guys, welcome back to Harry Makes It Up. I hope you are all really well. I am ready with my next look as part of my Capsule makeup challenge. Just to refresh your memory, I have only 10 products that I've been using pretty much for like this last half of the month. And with those 10 products, the aim is to make as many looks as possible. I think I've done about 5 videos so far, maybe 6 by the time this one goes live. And it is bringing me a lot of joy, I have to say, and I'm just loving seeing you guys do it with me as well. So I've had loads of you DMing me, showing me your makeup looks, tagging me in, which I love and would love to keep seeing as well. It's so funny actually, I feel like I've got an idea for a really full-on makeup look that I want to do for the next video, or maybe that would have already gone out. But today I'm going to see a friend, so I feel like I need something that's daytime appropriate, but I've been watching a lot of JLo and I'm feeling some JLo vibes, I'm not gonna lie. So with that in mind, I feel like let's go for something a bit metallic-y, a bit kind of goddessy vibes, but with a daytime feel. I've prepped my skin with some moisturizer. What am I gonna do first? Let's do some eye primer. So today I have mostly been adulting and I'm really laughing at myself because I'm 32 now and there are lots of things I feel like by this point I should know about. And one thing I am really bad at understanding, and maybe you guys can relate to this, is like money management, like savings, preparing for your future. And I know this might sound really stupid, but being self-employed, I feel like it's one of those things I've been able to ignore for a while, especially when things like pensions are concerned. So I had a phone meeting with a financial advisor today, and I feel like I am #adulting. So yeah, just don't know why I thought I'd share that with you guys, but I just wondered if anyone else kind of feels like they need to get more on their A game with things like savings and stuff like that. So I'm working on it and I'm feeling better for it. So I'm kind of feeling like this like goldy vibe today. So I think I'm gonna use it wet, and I've just got a little bit of spray in a bottle and I'm just gonna spray my brush. So I'm just taking like a flat top brush, just gonna spray it, and I'm going in with this pigment. I mean, it's great even without the water, but you'll just see you get like instantly a bit more intensity when you use the eyeshadow wet. And I'm kind of just focusing this in the center of the lid. I put a little bit of the eye primer on first, and then going back in with the product dry, I'm just kind of using it around the eye so that it stays like the most focus of intensity is in the center of the eye. And just spraying a little bit more just to go in with a little bit more intensity. So hopefully you can see when I go back in with the wet brush, it just builds the intensity in the center for a bit of extra glow. Then I'm going to take a buffing brush and I'm just going to give that a little bit of a buff. And I actually kind of want to take, what do I want to take? Kind of tempted by the pewtery shade, but I'm thinking I'm going to go in with the like medium tone, which is probably going to be the shade that you guys see me use the most in this palette, just because I think it's probably the most versatile shade. No, versatile, that's what I meant. Then I'm going to take a smaller brush, so let's take something like a more, kind of like a more tighter domed brush, and I'm going to go in with the same copper shade, so this one again under my eye, kind of like on the inner corner and towards the lower part of my eye. So I'm going to do skin last in case there's any fall down, just to about kind of 3/4 of the way. And then I'm going to go back to that mushroom shade, the kind of medium one that I used in the socket, just on the outer corner, just to give a bit more depth in that area. And then I'm going to take a bit of my Barbarella Brown, so that is my, what have I done with it? My eyeliner pencil from Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm just going to tight line in the top. And then I'm going to do a few dots on the top lash line. Just a few. Really close to my lash line, so I'm going as close as I can get the dots. And then I'm going to go in with the dark brown shadow as opposed to the black, and I'm going to use that to give myself a little bit of a wing liner, so the dark kind of chocolatey one. I am going to use what I would use for an eyebrow brush, and I'm just going to do a a little bit of kind of softening that line. So I also kind of look like I've got a bit of liner. Gonna do a little kind of kick. And because I've not kind of done any of the Charlotte Tilbury underneath the flick, it'll just keep it really, really soft. So it's more like the shadow is kind of on the top lash line, just keeping my lash line really, really dark. But just pulls it out slightly, just to give it a little bit of direction. Then I'm going to take with what's left on this brush, I'm just going to put that really close to the outer part of the eye, just really close to the lash line. Just for a little bit of extra definition on that outer part of the eye. Just wiggling it in between the lashes. So I'm going to curl my lashes and add mascara. And I'm going to do some mascara on the top lashes and the bottom using my L'Oreal waterproof mascara. And I'm just going to go to town on the lashes. So mascara on, I am going to do a little bit of brow. Actually no, I'm going to do my skin first. God, it's so warm still. I feel like I thought it was getting cooler in LA and then it's gone back to being really hot. So I still have some moisturizer on my skin, and I'm just going to go in with my Naked Concealer and just do a bit of kind of perfecting on the skin really. So where I want it to be more perfected, it will just look a little bit more polished. And you guys know my trick, I like to do a little bit of brightening. So for me, I do like using my Chanel foundation brush, and I kind of like to tap so that the brightness stays. See what I mean? It just kind of stays where I want it, and then I just use that to kind of pull outwards. Just keep the brightness where I want it. And then I tend to kind of go with my fingers as well, and I'll just blend a little bit with my fingers. So yeah, I'm going to leave my concealer as that, and I'm going to go onto Cloud Paint. This is the Glossier Cloud Paint. And I'm just going to use this. I'm going to use it a bit more generously than what I would normally, because I want to almost use it to like appear slightly bronzier than what I would do normally. So how are you guys getting on with your challenge as well? That's what I really want to know, because I feel like, are you getting bored yet of your 10 products? Are you starting to get to the end and feel like, oh, I think I've made all the looks I can make? Because I kind of think I have, and then I'm like, oh no, I've thought of another one. So I mentioned I was going to create some faux freckles, and for me, if you look at the natural pigmentation in my skin, I have a couple on the bridge of my nose. And I think the key to getting realistic looking freckles is two things. First of all, not using one color. I feel like you need two different browns. So I'm going to use my Hourglass brow pencil and my Charlotte Tilbury pencil. And I think it's about the randomness as well. So I like to start on my bridge of my nose. I look where I've already got them, and I just start kind of going in. And I almost don't think too much about where I'm applying it. If I feel like anything looks too big somewhere, I'll just tend to like dab. So I'm just using the corner of my brow pencil, and this one's got quite like an ashy tone, so I feel like this is such a great trick as well, guys, if you've got a spot coming that you want to hide. So I'm just doing gentle dots. I go for a lot on the bridge of my nose because that's where I naturally get them. So I start with the lighter one first as a bit of a base, and then I go in with my Charlotte Tilbury one. And you almost want to like dot and then twist, and just start building a couple of freckles. I'm just keeping it really random, and I'm just kind of like patting over my finger so they sort of like fade into my skin a little bit. Just tapping. Don't worry if you feel like they look too strong at first, you can always just tap out a little bit. I'm just patting as they kind of come through, just so they stay looking very realistic. And I find around the bridge of the nose is generally where you sort of like concentrate more of the freckles closer together. And you want to make sure you go back to some and kind of do some more freckles really near certain other ones so they don't ever look too kind of uniform. And a few kind of near but further away is always good as well, because that kind of just makes them look more real. And you always want to have some that are stronger than others, so don't be afraid to go back in and just make certain areas a little bit stronger. So my lips, I'm just going to use my Clarins just to give my lips a little bit of shine. and keep with that kind of like nudie, glossy faux freckle. Look at my lip balm, it doesn't roll up anymore. My goodness, I'm gonna actually have to decant it, aren't I? And then, so I added some brow and just want a little bit more glow, and then I think I'm done. So I'm just using a bit of my glow stick, because I think freckles look really amazing as well when they kind of show through a bit of glow. Because this Charlotte Tilbury pencil does kind of set, I feel like quite safe leaving my freckles as they are. You could always put some fixer spray on top to make them last a bit more, but it also just helps kind of like push the freckles in more. And I'm going to do the same on my nose. I'm going to pat a little bit of that over the top of my freckles, because I think having like the reflection of a bit of highlighter on top makes them look more real. And that, guys, is pretty much the finished look of that one. Let me know what you guys think. Will you be trying a faux freckle? It's really fun. I'm still loving doing this challenge, guys. I'm not bored of it yet. I thought I would be. Let me know, guys, what you think, what you are thinking, and if you're enjoying it, if you're doing the challenge too, let me know. I would love it if you guys subscribe, especially while I'm doing more videos at the minute as well. I recommend hitting the bell, the notification, so you don't miss any videos, because they're kind of coming as and when I can get them in at the minute. So I hope you're enjoying the extra content. I'm going back on it with the blog again properly from next week. I just feel like with the extra videos, I chose to kind of focus on that for this month, and the blog will be back up to date again soon. So make sure you follow me on HarryMakesItUp.com. And I think that's it, guys. That's everything. Just loving doing this, and hope you're enjoying it too. So I will see you soon with more videos. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.